on.
Hi everybody. Harper and I are going to read this book called Pete the Cat and the Bedtime Blues. It's one of her favorites. Are you ready? Okay.
Pete,
and the gang
had
a great day. They've been at the beach. Surfing sun
of fun.
and tons of fun.
All
Alright, so here, let me read this page, okay? But when the sun went down, they didn't want the fun to end. Pete had an idea. What's his idea?
How about you guys come to my house and have a sleepover?
Okay. Hey, how about a sleepover? More time for tons of fun. Groovy. Pete's place, let's go! The party was far out, but they knew they couldn't stay up all night. The gang decided it was time to say goodnight.
To each other.
On went the pajamas and out went the light. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete was just about to catch some Z's when...
Clap, clap,
Clap 3
clap.
times.
Clap,
No,
clap,
do it. Clap.
clap, clap, clap.
Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, said Grumpy Toad. I don't want to go to bed. I want to clap instead. Pete covered his head.
Is it up?
This cool cat needs to go to bed. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator. Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Time to sleep. Pete tried again to catch some Z's when... Rat-a-tat-tat. Who did that? Pete asked. It was me, cried Gus the platypus. I don't want to go to bed. I want to jam instead. Pete covered his head. This cool cat needs to go to bed. Time to sleep. Good night, Gus. Good night, Alligator.
Good
Good night, Toad. Good night, Pete. Pete closed his eyes to catch some Z's when he heard...
Chomp, chomp.
Munch, 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 munch. Pete had a hunch. It was Alligator. He was always up for eating. What could Pete do?
About his game.
All the clapping, rat-a-tat-tatting, and munching was giving him the bedtime blues. But Pete had a groovy idea. He got out his favorite bedtime story and started to read, first to himself and then to the gang. Look, his bedtime story is called Pete the Cat and 10 Little Monsters. Pete noticed it was finally quiet. No more clapping, no more rat-a-tat-tatting, and no more munching.
The game fell asleep.
They all settled down. No one made a sound.
And they start to go to sleep.
Pete yawned and turned off the light. Good night, sleep tight. Time to catch some Z's. Tomorrow was another day for surfing, fun, and tons of fun. I mean surfing, sun, and tons of fun.
And of course,
The end.